Hello guys and welcome back. So now let's work in the user information screen. So back in the user information screen, let's close the OTP screen. So here, first of all, let's start from above here in the app bar. So you can see this back arrow here. Because we navigated, we can go back, but first thing, let's work with on the back arrow. So here we did not put a back arrow, but it's there. It's because of the method that we called in the OTP screen push names here. Okay, so we can go back here to the OTP screen and do it again. So the reason why I'm talking about this, I want to talk about the different back arrows. So if in iOS, if we can just manually put this back arrow, we can say leading, and then here we can say icon button like that, or even icon button like that is fine. And then here on pressed, we can maybe do something on pressed here. What we'll do is for now, let's not do anything. Or let's just go what Copilot does is just to pop the context and go to the previous screen. Okay, so here let's put a comma. So why I'm talking about this is on iOS, if we restart this back arrow is for Android, but if you're on iOS, you can use this arrow back iOS. So let's hot restart this one. So there is also the other one, which is called the arrow back iOS new, this. Okay, so it's starting from the login screen. Let's quickly change that, the initial route here. Let's get our user information screen. Okay, then let's hot restart again. Now we have a user information screen. So you can see this arrow back iOS new is this one, and then there is also now icon dot back arrow back. It's called what, that Android one, back arrow. What's that called? It's called arrow back. Just arrow back. If we hot restart, so this one is for Android. So if you are guys, you want to differentiate and just show the correct thing for iOS and then the correct icon also for Android, what you can do is here on the icon here, instead of saying this, instead of doing this, like showing this one icon, you can check what platform you are on. Okay, so here you have to check inside here. You will say platform platform like that, and then dot is so this one needs to be a small f, and then let's import this. So platform dot is Android. Let's remove the constant keyword here. So platform dot is Android. We want to show this Android arrow if it is Android, and then if it is iOS, we want to show this iOS arrow slash new, this one. So let's just import this platform, this .io like that. So you can see that it's imported like that, and then so this one checks which platform we're on, and then it shows the correct arrow. So now we are in Android, it has to return this if we restart. Okay, so now it has returned the correct one. So that's how you put the correct icon. But this back arrow here, we can use it now anywhere, because we're going to be checking it once we put the up bar. If we have a back arrow, we are going to be checking so everywhere so that we show the correct arrow here. So to reuse this everywhere, let's just go in we can put it in our global methods, or let's create another folder here on the lib. This one, let's rename it as a widgets. Okay, so here in the widgets, let's right click and then create a new file. So maybe this one, let's name it up bar back button .dat. Okay, and then here let's create now a stateless widget. Here we're going to say up bar back button, like that. And then here, instead of returning this, let's go back to the user information screen and then get this button here. We can cut that, then go to the upper back button and then paste that here. Okay, then let's also import this. Then now here, let's also pass this, because it cannot always be popping. Maybe sometimes it can do something. So let's pass this on pressed. So let's do required here, this dot on pressed. And then let's put a comma there. Then here let's pass that final function, final callback on pressed, and then here we're just going to say on pressed. Okay, like that, and then let's save that. So this will be our up bar back button, and then here inside here on the leading, we're just going to go up bar back button. Okay, then let's put a comma there. So now let's import that. All right, and then now we are going to still get the same results here. Okay, if we hot restart, we're still going to get the same result. And then even here, the one pressed, for example, let's do print statement. Let's say pressed, then let's comment that. If we hot restart, then if we check the logs here, it's here it says pressed. Okay, pressed. Okay, so let's remove that and then let's leave it the way it is, like that. So the back button is done. Now next, let's work on selecting the image. Okay, so for picking the image, let's go to the documentation of our package of the image picker package. Okay, so let's minimize that, and then let's come here. We can minimize this. Then let's look for our image picker. We have already installed this package. We just want to read the documentation. So let's get inside here, and then you can see that installation for image picker, there is actually not really any requirement needed to do inside. We just need to do these codes. Okay, so let's do that. If we come back to the application, first let's create a method, the global method, because we're going to be using this picking image a lot in our charts and then even in our profile. So let's go inside our global methods here, down after this show snack bar. Let's create this method. So let's comment it, pick image from gallery or camera. Okay, so let's see. Okay, Copilot doesn't have an idea here, so let's just go ahead and start creating. So let's say future. Here we want to return a file like that, and then here now we can call our pick image method. So here in this method, let's pass. Okay, Copilot looks like is getting things together here. Let's see, let's press tab. It says that we bring up a bottom sheet and then we pick what is there. Okay, we can use this bringing up a bottom sheet, but not in here. Okay, what we can do is let's remove this first. We don't want, here is just a method that is going to pick the image from our gallery or camera and then return it. This is not the time to bring up the bottom sheet. Okay, the bottom sheet will bring it up, or the dialog later on when the user clicks here. Okay, so first let's delete what Copilot wants here. First let's import this file. So you need to import this .io, not this one. So we import that, and then here let's take some required arguments, not just the build context. So first we are going to need the build context, and then secondly we are going to need the bool. This one we are going to check if it is from camera or gallery. Okay, so let's say from camera. Then afterwards we are going to get another required function. So this will be a function just to check if it has failed or not, and then let's return this string. So this will be on fail. Okay, on fail, like that. So let's save so that it formats. And then down here, let's first initialize this file, which will be an empty file. Nullable file. Let's say file. Let's just say file image, like that. And then this should be a file with a small letter F, like that. And then also now here, let's check if it is from camera or gallery. So let's say if from camera. Here we are going to get image from camera, get picture from camera. Okay, and then in the else we are going to get from gallery, like that. So here let's wrap this with a try catch, then try. Okay, so let's see what it has put here. So let's go ahead and click tab, and then let's check. So final picked file, it says await image picker, pick image, and then the source is camera, which is correct. So let's import this pick image picker. Great. And then if file picked is now, we are going to say, we are going to return this error message, no picked image. And then in the else we are going to return that we have picked the image, which is also correct. So this file image, we are going to put the file inside, and then we are going to put this picked file, this picked file's path. Okay, and then else we are going to return this error message. So this code up here is fine. So now I'm sure even here it will give us the correct code. Let's come here. Great, which is the same. Even here it has given us the correct code. So now let's see. Now here down, after we finish getting all of these, now here down we need to return this file. Okay, but now we even using this build context, we are not. So let's remove this. Okay, so we're not using that build context because I thought I was going to call this show snack bar here, but since we are calling on fail now, here we are going to call on fail. If this method fails, we are going to show the snack bar. So this will be our method to pick image, and then now after we've picked this image, we also need to crop that image. Okay, so let's also create that method to crop the images. So for cropping, for image cropper, let's also return to the documentation, but before that, let's first do this method inside our user information screen. Okay, so here up here first, let's initialize our empty profile image. So let's say string this will be our profile, or maybe let's call it as a user image. So this user image will be equal to an empty string like that, or let's just say it's fine, let's call it user image. And then now down here, let's create our method void select image. Okay, like that. Copilot has assisted us. And then now here, what we need to do is we need to pass this from camera. So we need to pass it from here. So let's here, let's say boo from camera, like that, from camera. Yeah. Now here, what we need is to pass this from camera. Instead of saying true here, we're just going to pass from camera, which is coming from up here. And then this pic image, let's import it. So now let's check what is happening again here. So this file image is we need to create a global file image on top here, not initializing inside here. So let's copy this, let's copy that, and then up here let's paste that. Let's call this as a final file image, like that. It can be nullable, and then here let's call that final file image, like that. And then here, there we are passing from camera, and then on error, there is what we are showing on error message that is coming. And then if image is not now, here we set the state. So here let's just remove this if statement here. What we want to do here is to crop this image. Okay, so let's remove that. Here, after this method is done, this image is set from what we have picked here. We want to crop this image. Okay, so what we'll say here, let's put a comment to crop this image. Okay, so here that's where we want to crop the image after we run this method of select an image. Now to crop this image, again, let's read the documentation of the image cropper. Okay, so let's minimize that, and then let's read our image cropper. Alright, let's get this one. So here under readme, we can scroll down here and see what is required. So how to install Android Studio, add ucrop activity to your manifest. So let's copy this. We copy that, and then let's go here, and then let's come to Android app, source, main activity, manifest. So inside this application, we can put just maybe below this, let's put that ucrop activity, okay, like that, and then we can close that, and then let's go back here, and then iOS, we have no configurations required. So that's about it. And then maybe we missed something also in the image cropper. Let's go back. In the image picker on the readme here, let's come down here. So yeah, we missed very important steps here. So for iOS, here you can see installation, this iOS installation. So it says add the following key to your info.pdis file located at this, okay. So we need to add this permission, describe why your app needs permission for the photo library. So we need to add that. We need to add this also, describe why your app needs access to camera, and then we also need to add that. And then if we go to Android, it looks like for Android we don't need to do anything else. Yeah, for Android nothing is required, but for iOS we need to add this permission. So let's go on ahead and add those. So let's go back to the application, and then let's minimize this Android part, and then inside iOS here, runner, and then info.plist. So here first, I think what I'll do is I'll copy this, then on top here let's paste 1, 2, 3, and then let's put some space. So here let's first format that, and then let's start with let's go back to the browser. So let's start with this. So describe why your app needs permission for your photo library. Let's come back here. So we can paste that in the key here. And then in the string here, we can put our description here. So what I'm going to put here is, let's see, what will be my description? Let's say this permission, let me write the correct spelling. Permission is to access your photo library, like that. So I can put the description like that on that one, and then let's go back. Let me get this one, camera usage here, and then let me paste that in the key. I paste that, and then here let me put my description. So here I'm going to say this, actually let me just copy that, and then let me change here. This permission is to access your camera. So let's say your camera to take photos. Okay, so let's correct that spelling. Even here let's correct the spelling. Then let's go back. Let's get this last one. So this is the microphone, just in because we know we're going to use the microphone for our voice messages. Okay, so let's get that as well, and then paste that here. And then here we're going to say, let's copy that and paste that here. This permission is to access access your mic to record audio. Okay, I'll just keep them like that, and then I can just remove that space, and then that's it. Now we can close that. Then we can also minimize the iOS folder, and then the configurations are done for both. Okay, now let's create this crop image method.